All right, what's going on, guys? So in this video, what we're going to talk about are the top 5 fragrances from the brand Armaf. And with Armaf, these are going to be the Club de Nuit fragrances. Now, one of the things that we always have to remember as frag kids is that when we're buying from clone brands, while we are trying to save money, and that may be a main goal for us, we also have to look at it that these are still their own fragrances. While these are dupes and they're clones, which simply means they gain inspiration from a established fragrance brand, an established fragrance that already exists on the market. Usually a popular fragrance that exists is gonna be a different manufacturer, a different perfumer, and a different person, a different brand creating this fragrance altogether. So with that being said, as we go through these discussions, as we go through these breakdowns, always remember that when you're buying fragrances, if you're buying something that's a clone brand and you're saving money from it, then you also need to be wary of, are you willing to sacrifice quality possibly? Are we willing to sacrifice a little bit of lasting power? Are we willing to sacrifice a little bit of longevity, sillage to be able to save the money we're getting for the fragrances, all right? Having said that, we're gonna get right into it. The first one we're gonna talk about is a clone from the brand of Armaf. And this one is gonna be inspired by Creed's Millésime Impérial. And I love the bottle, I like the design of the bottle, and I actually like the smell and the scent profile on this one. And this one here is gonna be called Armaf's Club de Nuit, and this one is called Milestone. Okay, Club de Nuit Milestone. So Club de Nuit Milestone is gonna be coming at us. This is a fresh marine, aquatic, and woody powdery fragrance with a little bit of musk, okay? So picture a fragrance that has sea notes, it's gonna have bergamot, it's gonna have violet leaf, it's gonna have musk, and it's gonna have ambroxan. So a really nice sillage, a nice mix of marines, watery notes, musk, and powdery notes. So if you like those versatile outdoor freshies, then you're gonna like this. For the quality of the fragrance, like we talked about though, it actually does have good lasting power, not great lasting power. I would recommend about 5 to 6 hours on lasting power. Also the sillage is really nice. Definitely this one, from a compliment pulling factor for a cheapy fragrance, you're definitely gonna pull compliments with this one. It definitely goes well with my skin, and for the price, it's gonna be under $35, so you can get your hands on this and you get a replica of Millésime Impérial by Creed, which is going into $300 to $400 to $500. You can get that same scent DNA for the most part for only $35. So this one's a good one. You can get your hands on this one. Second fragrance replicates a DNA that I really am fond of, and probably one of my favorite scent DNAs that I love, and probably one of my favorite fragrances, especially when we're talking about smelling fresh and clean. This next fragrance is one that pulls me so many compliments. It goes really well with my body chemistry and my scent profile. This one is from the brand of Armaf, and this one here is called Club de Nuit Sillage. So I believe I mentioned sillage a couple of times before. Sillage is gonna be a citrusy woody. This one's really gonna be upping the musk and the powdery notes. And sillage is a clone, it is a replica, a dupe of Creed's Silver Mountain Water. So the bottle itself is fitting because of the silver quality, the silver nature, silver characteristics. And put simply, this is a fresh fragrance that really does smell like a CEO of a company who really has his life put together. This is very fresh, very crisp. It's gonna have notes of black currant, it's gonna have notes of bergamot, it's gonna have notes of iris, musk, sandalwood, and it's also gonna have ambroxan. So these first two fragrances have one of my favorite fragrance notes of ambroxan in them that really help with their projection and sillage and their longevity. So you're already gonna get a clone fragrance brand where most clones don't have the best lasting power. These ones having ambroxan help with their projection and help with their lasting power, their longevity, and it really helps those two fragrances stick out from my mouth. Those are two of the more popular ones that have come from them, and they're tried and tested. People are still getting their hands on them. People are still loving the DNAs of those two. All right, now the next one we're gonna talk about is probably one of, I think, the most popular Armaf fragrance. Definitely one of the most purchased, one of the most repeated purchase for Armaf fragrances. Not only just because of the scent DNA, but also because of the compliment pulling factor, for the price per milliliter. And then they've also launched some spin-offs, but this one is gonna be a replica of Creed's Aventus, and this one is the black bottle. This one here is called Armaf's Club de Nuit Intense Man. Okay, so another fresh fragrance. All 5 of these fresh fragrances are gonna be on the fresh side of the spectrum. Armaf Club de Nuit Intense is gonna be your citrus, fruits, and leather fragrances with a little bit of smoke and woods, okay? So the citrus is gonna give us that lemon, that bergamot, that pineapple that you would get even from Creed Aventus. You're then gonna get some birch, some jasmine, some musk, and some ambergris, okay? So a really nice fruity, citrusy, musky, mixed with a little bit of woods and a little bit of musk fragrance. But now, when we compare this to other Creed Aventus dupes, of other Creed Aventus clones, inspired fragrances, the one caveat, the one kind of downside is that while this does not have ambroxan, this one does have great lasting power, great sillage. The only thing is the opening is a little bit sharp, right? So it's a little bit of a pungent opening, a little bit of a citrus bomb, but it's only within probably, I would say, the first 30 to 40 seconds. But that's one of the things when I've asked people, when I've had people try it out, and I've compared it to other fragrances, it's like they love this, don't get me wrong, but that opening is like, ooh, and then they'll love the fragrance as it just settles down. So that's something to keep in mind. Definitely for the price for the milliliter, I mean, again, under $40 to get this. If you want to get a big bottle, when I say big bottle, I'm talking 4.2 to 6.8. Even that's probably not going to run you more than $55 to $60 at the highest end. And that's for one of the huger bottles. You'll definitely get a lot of use out of that. But still, a fragrance like this, you can get your hands on for $35, and you will have a great and tried and tested fragrance DNA, tried and tested fragrance profile, and you'll be able to smell good. You'll be able to pull major compliments, and you will definitely be proud of your selection, okay? Now this next one is one of the newer Armaf fragrances, one of the newer Club de Nuit fragrances. This one was launched in 2022, okay? And this one is gonna be your citrusy, woody, warm, spicy, and amber fragrance with a little bit of fresh spices, okay? So this one is gonna be a play on Bleu de Chanel a little bit. And this one here is called Club de Nuit Iconic, okay? So this is one of my more recent additions to my collection. This one's gonna come with us with that grapefruit like you would get in BDC. You're also gonna be getting that lemon, that coriander, that ginger, and then you're gonna have some incense, amber, cedar, and patchouli. So how it's different is that you're not gonna get that birch, and you're not gonna get that sweet undertone that you would get from Bleu de Chanel. This one is a little bit more leaning into the woods and the spices, leaning more into that citrusy characteristics. But this one, for a dupe of Bleu de Chanel, I would say is about 60 to 70% accurate. But it is a great fragrance. It smells like Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette, right? That Eau de Toilette that is a little bit more on the fresh, spicy side. Eau de Parfum and Parfum are gonna be a little bit more aromatic, a little sweeter in my opinion. But if you like Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette and you still want that DNA, you just don't wanna pay Bleu de Chanel prices for it, this would be a good replica, good dupe for you to get your hands on, and then you'll still be able to have Bleu de Chanel, at least a simile of it, without having to pay that full 180 to 200. Also, if you have Bleu de Chanel and you still love that fragrance, but you don't want to wear it out every day, you just want to be able to have that DNA and you can kind of spray it on and be out the door. This would be a good one where you don't have to waste your full bottle, all right? Last fragrance of the day is one where we're not going to have the same bottle design, but it is going to be definitely one that I like a lot, but it's hit or miss amongst the community. Definitely the most unique profile, but this one is one that is a dupe of Creed's Green Iris Tweed mixed with a little bit of Davidoff Cool Water, okay? This one's gonna be a citrusy, powdery violet fragrance with a little bit of aromatic marine notes, and this one here is called Armaf's Très Nuit Pour Homme, okay? So Très Nuit Pour Homme is gonna come at us with that lemon. It's gonna come at us with some iris. It's gonna come at us with some lavender and some violet, as well as some sandalwood and ambergris, okay? So a really nice floral, spicy, woody, and musky fragrance, a little bit in the base. But this one is one definitely I would get your hands on if you like green Irish tea. If you don't want to pay that green Irish tea money, you do get that green, fresh, spicy a little bit. You get that herbal notes, you get those floral notes, and then you get a little bit of citrus mixed in there. So not all of these are going to be nice, fresh fragrances. It's just a matter of what part of the spectrum you want to be, okay? So let's recap it, man. So if you want to get a Creed simile of Millésime Imperial, you're going to go with this one here, Club de Nuit Milestone. If you want to get Silver Mountain Water, you want to get Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage. If you want to get Bleu de Chanel at a good price, you want to get this one here. This is Club de Nuit Iconic. if you want to get Creed Aventus, you want to get Bang, Club de Nuit Intense Man. Lastly, if you want to get Green Irish Tweed on a budget, bang here and come up with this one here, Armaf Tre Nuit Aroma, okay? There you go, guys. 5 fragrances from the brand of Armaf. Remember, looking good, feeling good, smelling good does not have to cost you an arm and a leg. You can get affordable fragrances. You can get good fragrances without having to break the bank. But that'll do it for today again. I appreciate all you guys for listening. Tap in with the channel again. Get your hands on some Armaf fragrances. And then remember to like the video. Comment down below, did I miss any Armaf fragrances? Did I miss any Club de Nuit fragrances that you guys wear, that you guys love, that I didn't bring on the list? And I'll make sure to put a review out for them. Also remember to share the page and share the channel with the fellow fraghead. And we'll catch you on the next one. Much love.